Wonder these
By the second. Irene is spotting tornadoes. We want to go straight to our severe weather expert, Dr. Greg Ford.
And some of the people in Philadelphia may wonder, these storms are running northwest. Are they going to come into Philadelphia? They're going to get close, maybe Wilmington, Delaware. Here is the situation. See this little brown dashed line that I've drawn? That separates out the surface flow that's from the southeast, the warm, moist air coming in off of the ocean, versus the northeast flow that's a different direction. So the storms, once they go past that, get into a different steering. But we do now still have two tornado warnings, and one is trying to cross that line. The eastern of these two, down there in New Jersey, we have a tornado warning there. That includes the locations around Brookhaven, Hempstead, and then one more just to the northwest of that, trying to cross the line around Newark, Delaware, Vineland, and Wilmington, Delaware. So it's getting real close. We do have a tornado watch that continues until 5 a.m. That will continue as these bands spread from New Jersey up into Long Island, perhaps into the wee hours of the morning, up into southern parts of Connecticut. Probably going to not get into Philadelphia, but that convergence band that I was talking about is setting up very, very heavy rain, and the flooding that's running across that Baltimore, Washington, Patuxent River area up into New Jersey, and that is going to create that huge flood threat. We're getting into an area we haven't had a whole lot of tornadoes in the past from tropical cyclones. Connecticut, we don't have any records of any, or New Hampshire. These waters offshore are a little bit cooler. That stabilizes things a little bit. We have extreme amounts of shear, though, tonight, so that different combination. Not much instability, tremendous shear. Don't let your guards down. There could be a tornado coming up toward the Long Island area. And I've given a Torcon index this evening of 4 for this area, southern New Jersey, southeast Maryland. As we head a little bit farther off toward the north and east, I've given a 3 there for Long Island. Carl?
All right, Greg, thank you very much. I want to take a look at the radar picture right now and talk about some of the winds that we are still getting across this region. And we are still seeing some very strong winds through a lot of the mid-Atlantic region. Still hearing about wind way down on Cape Hatteras gusting at 61 miles an hour on the south side of the storm. So it's just been hours and hours and hours of wind, which is what we said was going to happen. You've got such a large circulation here, such a long duration event. There, of course, is the central part of the circulation that's now coming up on the east side of the Delmarva. Still tremendous rain here down into southeast Virginia. That's not going to end anytime soon. As we get you farther northward, Greg touched on the flood threat here in Baltimore and D.C. We've had 6 inches of rain at the Patuxent Naval Air Station. That's a tremendous amount of wet weather. We've had a couple of inches in Baltimore already, a lot more coming. And with these stronger storms that come in, they tap more into the stronger wind aloft. So it could get even gustier in Baltimore and D.C. The most recent gust, about 48 miles an hour, Andrews Air Force Base in the southeast side of town, just off the Beltway there, PG County, 58. Still very gusty in Richmond. And we're hearing about some flooding around Baltimore and D.C. now. Routes 176, 450, and 223 all closed, at least partially closed, because there's water covering the roadway. This is going to be a terrible problem through the night tonight, maybe even worse so getting up into New Jersey. We've talked tonight about the flash flood guidance, which tells you that if we get a couple of inches of rain here in northern Jersey in 12 hours' time, that would cause flash flooding. We've gotten that already. Already we've gotten it. Look at all the rain that has yet to come in here. So, folks, please be very careful. If you live in a flood-prone area, be aware of the fact that those creeks